Alright, so what's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, GBTV. I'm your host, GB, and this is going to be a quick summary of my TransAm experience. And so I guess I'll start with the very beginning of when I first put in an application at the TransAm, and then I was set up for an orientation date, which was like 3 weeks out from the original call because I wanted to put in a 2 weeks notice to my job and celebrate my boy's birthday. So basically within those 3 weeks, the recruiter kept calling me just to check, make sure I'm still ready to go, and kept telling me, yeah, I'm ready. Then explain a few things about how I'm gonna get there, which is, she was like, I can't fly you out, but I can send you a Greyhound ticket. And when the time came to it, she basically wanted to confirm that I was still available, and then they sent the ticket, and I left Macon, Georgia, and went to Tampa, Florida on a Greyhound, which was a 15-hour ride because we had to go to other places like Savannah and Orlando, then to Tampa. So once I got there, they also sent me a link for an Uber. It had all the details, so you just click the link and then like send the Uber. The Uber come pick you up from the Greyhound, take you to the hotel, which was the sleep in my case. So you go to the front, tell them your name and your TransAm, they give you the key to your room. The rooms, they was pretty nice, had 2 full-size beds, a desk, a TV that didn't work, but I don't really care about watching TV. And shower and sink and stuff. And that was basically it. It was pretty nice and comfortable. Then you wake up. Well, I got there a day before, so I just chilled all the way to the next day. Then on Wednesday, wake up at 7 a.m. You go out to the front. It's like 2 groups of people out there. There's gonna be like the non-experienced and the people with experience. The people non-experienced, they get on like a little transit bus, and then they had like a whole charter bus for the experienced people. There was like only 9 experienced people there for it, and they had a whole charter bus for that. Anyway, so once you leave the hotel, you go to the terminal, which has like a classroom inside of it, and you have like this little space with your name on it, the green book, which is basically all the federal rule book, and some papers. So then the teacher basically invite you to the company and go over like policies and stuff like that, and you sign like tax papers, and you take your urine test, which is a quick test, and then like you have your results in 3 days. And you basically just tell you about the rules, then you go back to your room and you do the same thing again at 7, and basically go over more rules and try to see if you want to sign up for benefits and sign up for the lease program. No one in my class signed up for the lease program. There was a guy that was in the lease program that came back. He was like, he tried it, he failed, and I really didn't get much details from him because I haven't decided if I'm gonna. I decided I am gonna lease. I just gotta do the math because I want to practice on being an owner operator, see if I can deal with the stress of truck payments, gas, insurance, and all the other little things that you gotta be aware of as an owner operator. And they say it's a walkaway lease, so like if you can't handle it, just get on out the way and get back into a company truck, and just consider your losses as lessons if you want. There's a little fly that got in here because I got my freaking window rolled down because I don't feel like using the APU that much because it's kind of cool right now. It's we in September. I'm all the way in Minnesota. So boom, 3rd day they teach you about this Garmin thing, which is basically how you'll clock in or you'll log in and your navigation, and it keeps up with all the driving rules. So you got 11-hour driving rule, 14-hour on duty rule, then you got 70-hour like on duty rule. and then like they're gonna teach you that second day and the third day. And on the third day, you're gonna go out to your truck. You're gonna do a field test if they require one, and you're gonna do a drive. Well, you do a field test is what you're gonna do, and then they're gonna get you to drive the truck if you haven't drove in a long time. Which I drove the truck, I haven't drove since a very long time. And these trucks are automatic. I was trained on a stick shift, so that kind of make it a little bit easier that I didn't have to like relearn how to shift again, which I do know how to reshift, because if I happen to buy a truck, maybe the manuals would be a little bit cheaper, but I don't know. But anyway, back to that. So once you get all that done, they say you pass your drug test, pass your field test, boom, they call your Uber back to the terminal, and from that they get ready to either tell you to go home till they find a truck, or they assign you to a truck. But in my case, like I had not added my medical card to my driver license, but I didn't know that till I got there. So 3 days in, they was telling me like, well, we can't do nothing for you because you got to go back to Georgia and update your license from interstate exempt to interstate non-exempt by putting your medical card on file. So boom, had to figure out. So basically, out of pocket, I paid for another night. Then I caught a one-way Greyhound to Georgia, which was on a Saturday, and then the DMV didn't open till Tuesday. So I went all the way to Tuesday, went there, and all I had to do was just wait in line for a few seconds, show them my medical DOT card, and boom, I was updated. So then after that, I had waited. So I let them know that I had got it. Then they made me wait until like I forgot exact day, but it was a Friday or Saturday. It was like, okay, everything cleared. We got you a truck assigned, and like they sent me a plane ticket this time, so I flew from Macon back to Tampa. Got my information that I needed. There was a little packet of things like the seals and like the trip paperwork and all that stuff, and the keys and for the truck and all that, until you go out there and check it. And then boom, you look on your Garmin and you find your first load. My first load was like from the yard to drop a trailer at Tropicana, and like in a place that was like 50 miles away from the Tampa terminal. So like I really didn't have a lot of information on like what to do with this. So I'm out there in the yard, I'm pulling up the trailers that I can't use, and then like I finally found the trailer that I could use. Well, the first trailer I found, it had like a red thing on the air hose, and I tried to hook up to it, and I was like, why this thing got a red thing on it? Where the key at? And it was like, well, the truck is down for maintenance. And then I went to another truck, and it had a seal on it, but I didn't realize it until I backed up under it. And it was like, yeah, that truck's not empty. So then I finally found the empty truck. I mean, an empty trailer. I took it to this place that was 50 miles away, and I basically got to the yard. It's like, drop it in the yard, woo woo woo. And it took me a while to figure that out. Finally dropped the trailer, and then like my load still wasn't going to be ready until like the next day. So like I was kind of confused. And then finally it was like go back to the terminal. So I went to the terminal, spent the day there just chilling until it was time to get my load. So basically from that point I spent like maybe 8 hours just to drop an empty trailer 50 miles away trying to figure that out. So we got my load from Tampa to Minnesota. So that's where I'm at right now, sitting in Minnesota. My first trip was 1,600 miles. I had ended up going to this Pepsi beverage company. I got there the first day at 9 o'clock. The guy was like, give me 30 minutes to let you in. And then I waited 4 hours before I decided, like, let me get out this truck and see what's going on. Then after that, he gave me like another 30 minutes and then let me in. But then when I get to the dock, he was telling me to go straight back to the dock. I pulled into the dock, and really you need to reverse into the dock. So I had to come out, turn all the way around, then try to get into the dock. And the dock was in like a little, very small place. Like really small, and it was like basically kind of built for like the little Pepsi trucks, and it had like a bunch of other vehicles in the way. So boom, I was trying to get to the dock for like a long time, to the point to where I overheated the clutch. So I had to keep stopping for like 10-20 minutes to let the clutch cool down and still try to maneuver back into it. And I was taking so long that it was like, hey man, somebody else need to get in here, so it needed to kind of get out of the way. And I was like, crap, man, I'm furloughed, and I had like a service fail. So boom, I got out of the way. They told me to come back at 6 o'clock. Come back at 6 o'clock. The guy made me wait for like 30 minutes. Then I went in there. Still though, I had a hard time getting into the dock, but finally I got into the dock. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't been driving in a long time, so it's kind of hard. It kind of, you know what I'm saying, the driving part easy, but the backing part, you gotta like, you know, kind of get used to it again, because like, you know, you gotta remember to turn the wheel the opposite direction of the trailer, and you're in like a little tight spot. And I was just scared I'm gonna hit something, and overheating the clutch, and every time I try to line it up, it's off, because I don't really got a feel for it right now. Because like that, you know what I'm saying, because you gotta, once you get a feel for it, like when I start turning this way, this is exactly what the trade gonna start doing. This how many seconds it's gonna be. But like, instead of like it being seconds, it's gonna be like a feeling, like you can feel like it's gonna do that. And you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you become one with the thing after you're born. So basically, I don't have really much problems on backing in the truck stops. It was just that little dot area, very small. It had, externally, I made a lot of freaking mistakes. Internally, I learned a lot of lessons. So right now, I'm just sitting, doing my 34-hour reset, and then they're gonna send me a load back towards the south, because I requested my days off after so I can, you know, spend some time with my kids. And basically, I'm still just learning, like, you know, what's real in the trucking industry, and what's real in TransAm. So I'm gonna do this for like at least 6 months, so I can get like a feeling of the reality of this, and like basically see if I can deal with the stress of this. And if the stress of this is not that bad, then of course I'm gonna keep doing it, because I can eventually get paid some good money. It's just, I gotta work on mastering backing. So basically, that's the tale of my TransAm situation. More coming soon once I get more experience to add content. Alright, thanks for watching episode of GBTV.